Boy, you had me from the start. By the way you stare, the way you roll up on me, yeah. Man, I felt your energy. Wasn't used to being loved and treated differently, yeah. But something went wrong, the signals got crossed, and now we're on completely different pages. Let's go where we were, where no one gets hurt. Baby, keep it right there, don't you stress the flow. You're trying to pick the pace up, we should take it slow. Baby, keep your focus, don't you make me change my mind. If you love me, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Boy, you take me on a trip. Always up and down and back and forth in merry-go-round. I just wanna get it right. But when you go left, I'm stuck here feeling left behind.
Through thick and thin, for better or for worse. After 20 plus years of marriage and 3 children, my parents are sharing their love, care, and wisdom throughout the world. Spreading this love won't be hard for them because it's simply in their DNA. I present Donnell and Angelic Jackson.
Welcome to Divine DNA. I'm one of your hosts, Donnell, and that's my beautiful queen over there. Hey, queen.
Hey.
Welcome, and do not adjust your screens. We look this good. Yes. What's going on, my dear?
Nothing much, my love.
Good. So listen, tonight, the Kings are coming on stage today.
Yes.
The Kings are coming up on stage today. We're going to be talking about deceit and forgiveness, something you ladies have talked about before. So the guys are going to touch on it a little bit. Yes. Y'all showed out. You did. Tell me something. What was one of your favorite parts of that episode? I know you had a lot.
My favorite parts of the episode are always just the real life, transparent moments and examples.
Wow. Yeah. Trust you guys were pretty transparent. I was a little shocked, but at the same time, it was very good to hear some of you ladies' point of view when it came to some of the things. And once we see the clip, we know me and the guys are going to touch. We're definitely going to touch on it. But I definitely want us to talk about, before I let you go, we're going to talk about our new friend that we met down south, who is doing something great with the community.
Yes.
She's an amazing person. And me and my wife told her that we will share what she does. She does so much with the community. She's an awesome person and she has great people behind her. And we were so intrigued with what she was doing. We wanted to stay in Miami because of her.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because some of the things that we did, some of the things that we want to do, she is doing, so you'll hear us talk about, other things that we want to do. And I want to get more into the community here in this community. And we're going to try to get with her to try to do more things in that community, do as much as we can, because of the distance and things like that. But listen, let me give you a little bit of what she does. Here we go.
We all know that community can make the world a better place. And with all that's going on with inflation, food deserts and shortages, the housing crisis, and a multitude of different issues surrounding us today, community is more imperative than ever. That's why you need to follow up on an organization like the Village Freeage located in Miami, Florida. Village Freeage is a grassroots organization that focuses on bettering the community through mutual aid. They volunteer their time by collecting donations from clothes to food to distribute to our folks in need. They collaborate with many other organizations to ensure that we are all constantly fed, clothed, and even get haircuts, amongst other things. This organization is the definition of community, and you can find out more about them on their Instagram and website. Slide on over to Village Fridge.
Yes, yes, she's an amazing person. So if you guys feel in your heart that you may want to donate to a good cause, definitely, definitely check her out. And if you have any questions, you can always send an email to us, and we can pass you on her information for that. So yeah, I'm pretty excited, and I'm also working on other people here in this neighborhood here to try to see what we can do in the neighborhood to try to lend a helping hand as much as possible. I was talking with a young lady who does stuff with cheerleaders and the small football team. So I'm trying to work out some things with her, get some information, so that way we can try to do something, even if it's a little bit, even if it's just showing our face and helping out and volunteering. That's what we're working on trying to do. So yeah, so just look out for some more stuff that Divine DNA is going to be doing to help communities.
Yes.
Well, baby, it's about that time. I got a couple of my kings in the back waiting on one of the other ones. But I think I'm gonna have to bring up the kings, babe.
Go ahead. It's time, baby.
It's about
We're waiting. We're ready.
You ready?
Ready.
All right, guys, here we go. Gentlemen, welcome in. Welcome in. What's going on, gentlemen?
Hey, I love that intro. That was awesome.
Yes. Listen, I was sitting back here listening to it. I said, I don't know. I might want to play it again, but I don't want to do that. I already got to redo the ladies intro because they already told me that intro was really nice. I wasn't like that. I got you. It's okay. I got you.
Love it.
What's going on with you, Chris? I can't hear you.
I hear you.
Yeah, why he?
Okay. Can you hear me now?
We got you now. We can hear you now. Yes.
Let's turn some volume.
Yes. So listen, since you weren't here last week, there, Mr. Cook, can give everybody introduce yourself to everybody. Since you weren't here with us last week, you're here with us now. Thank you for coming through. Can you introduce yourself to everybody so I know who you are?
Yeah, Clifford Starks, competitive edge specialist, transformational coach. I'm an individual who likes to live on the edge. And living on the edge, in order to live on the edge, you have to attempt different experiences, learn from the experiences you attempt, and coach others in those experiences. So that's the game that I like to play. I like to experience big and help people along the way experience as well.
Awesome, awesome. All right now. Yeah, one of our other kings is on the way. He told me he's going to be running a few minutes late, so it's got to be here soon. But we'll go ahead and get things started. So last time we were up, Cliff, we talked about vulnerability and commitment, and we talked about vulnerability and commitment. And with vulnerability, we talked about how men will be, our men, women being vulnerable, and how men felt about being vulnerable around their women and other guys. Do you? I mean, really quick, Cap, before we get into our topic, do you have a problem with being vulnerable around your wife or being vulnerable around other guys? Do you have an issue with that, Cliff?
Myself, no.
No?
I'm a very transparent individual. Yeah.
Gotcha. So you have no problems with just letting your wife know how you're feeling, expressing your feelings and things like that, without the stereotype for men is, okay, well, you can't be vulnerable, you can't cry or things like that. And personally, myself, I disagree. I don't think there's an issue with a man, shedding a tear or two here and there. I don't see a problem with that. Because to show that vulnerability, you know, women women don't have a problem with showing their vulnerability. I mean, women don't have a problem with a man who shows their vulnerability.
Yeah.
Chris, I think your background is clouding, like the noise from the background is clouding the noise, or clouding people from being able to hear.
I'm gonna come back.
Okay, not a problem. Go ahead, do what you got to do.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
we're gonna
That's
wait
what
for
it
him. He has a little
is.
technical issue in the background. So yeah, so but yeah, when it comes to that, like I was telling them in the beginning, I don't have a problem with women or with the guy shedding a tear or anything like that. Now, when it comes to now, what women don't like is a man who does it all the time. Is a man who does it all the time. So, hey, I sent I sent a message to somebody. So yeah, I don't think that they have a problem. They don't have a problem with us being vulnerable. They really don't. Now, when it comes to commitment, myself and you are married. So we've definitely had uh, committed to the women in our lives. Before you got married, did you have an issue with um with commitment? Did you have an issue like
No.
with commit, like before you got married? Was it like something you were afraid of, something you were afraid of doing before you actually committed?
Not completely. My story's kind of weird though.
Uh-oh.
Well, yeah, my biological drove away when I was 4, and my
Mhm.
mom. Oh, so this was where I did have an issue with commitment. Actually, now that I think about it, so my mom ended up getting with the dad that I know to this day, known as Dad. He's my dad, and she got with him when I was 6, and I didn't think he was going to be committed to me. If I had one guy who was my birth father and he could drive away, then what's to say this guy's not going to drive away too? For me, the one thing that I am committed to I'm committed to life. I'm going to live life as fully as I can and have as much fun along the journey as I can. Um, but commitment takes action and effort, and it's more than just what you say; it's what you do.
Right.
And so going through that part of my journey, I was waiting for him to leave. I was waiting for him to leave, and he never did. And so in his commitment to me, for me, I really respected that and I honored that. Um, but yeah, I never personally had an issue with commitment, and I probably didn't because I know what it feels like to be hurt. I know what it feels like to be left, and I don't want to do that to other people.
Right. Okay, that's what's up. We got a few people in the audience I want to say hello to. Hey, Karen, how you doing? Long
Karen.
time no see. One of our other hosts on the other show is in the building. What's up, Miss Juju?
Hey, Juju.
And you know Queen
We
B
know
is in
Queen
the
B was
building.
dropping the mic like a champ.
Yes. Yes. Granny Peaches, welcome in. Thank you so much for coming.
Hey,
Miss
Granny
Tracy
Peaches.
Lilly is in the building. What's going on, Miss Tracy?
Hey,
Thank you for coming. Okay, I'm waiting on some of my other kings. So yeah, so basically what I'm gonna do is excuse me, I'm gonna put up a clip of the ladies. This clip here, they came out strong from the last show. The last show, the ladies really, when they come on stage, they really do their thing. And I think I got Chris back. Hold on. What's up, buddy? You good?
I hope so.
Welcome
Let's
back.
figure it out.
Yes. Well, who did I send this invite to? I sent this invite to everybody. Yeah, so so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show this clip. I'm gonna show this clip of the ladies last time that they were on. And they really showed out. They really did their thing like they always do. Basically they came out strong when it came to talking about deceit. And basically it was with a relationship between a man and a woman. And the lady, who did I listen? I got a whole bunch of people back here that I didn't realize.
Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? You got a bunch of people because I sent the invite out. I sent the
Party.
I'm like looking. I'm like, what? All these people are showing up on my backstage.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
sent the link and not the.
so.
All right, let me correct.
No problem. I have a bunch of people backstage. It's not a problem with you. I won't be bringing you up. You're welcome to stay. I appreciate you guys coming. I'm gonna look at. There's so many people popping. I'm like, what's going on? I'm sorry, guys. But it's good to see those who are backstage. It's good to see you. Thank you for coming. That is funny.
Right,
that is funny. I'm like, who did I send this invite to? Oh my goodness.
I copied. Yeah. I didn't even dawn on me that they gonna.
Oh man. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show this clip here. Let me see. Let me get to it real quick. Okay, that's not it. And basically this was the ladies when the ladies did their thing here. So I'm gonna share it and I'm gonna play it. So here we go.
So baby, this topic tonight. I know. And Miss Angelique came in strong. Lies in deceit, baby. Lies in deceit. Ask me.
I didn't. It wasn't my intention to come in like that, but once I heard the subject matter and saw that it was trending, I'm like, oh boy! And it's such a taboo topic that people don't really talk about. I can't believe women in these days and times are not vocal about their sexual pleasure. What?
I don't get it because I've never been like that. Listen, I'll be the first to say what I want, how I want it. And you can take me as me being bossy, but I guarantee you that it's going to be pleasurable for both of us, not just me. So I don't know. You better have your A game messing with me.
Please believe me. And I feel like women are a sure thing. We know what we're doing.
Yeah.
So you got to know what you're doing, sir. Come on, sir.
Help me help you. Right.
Yes. Hey, Verlina.
So, as you can see, the subject matter was a woman who was faking her orgasm with her significant other. And it came up because it was a form of deceit, um, where the woman was literally, you know you're intimate with your partner, and then you're faking, you know your orgasm, just to please the male ego. So my question is, I mean, how do you, first of all, how do you guys feel about, you know women who do that? Do you have an issue with that? Do you have a issue with the woman faking an orgasm just to build your ego, or would you want that woman to just be straightforward and say, hey, something's not right? You know, how do you feel about it? Anybody can take the floor. I know Chris is going to come with something because I can see it in his face. So I'm just saying. So uh,
You want to be the anchor, Chris? You want me to get this started?
Yep,
All
go
right.
ahead.
yeah.
I'm gonna let you anchor this out because I can see it in your face too. Um, so I would say going through my journey, I'd say we have both equal parts of perfect and imperfect. And as we're going through our journey, um, the best way to be is to be transparent, to be open with what we want and why we want it. It makes our life easier, and it makes the people that we communicate with lives easier.
Right.
Uh, with that being said, everyone has their own baggage and everyone has their own crap. And
Hmm.
sometimes uh, we need to learn as we're going through the process. We need to learn, like, wait a minute, my voice matters. And
Right.
sometimes just having conversations like this to remind people, like, yeah, your voice matters. It always does, and it always will. And sometimes you might feel a little uncomfortable saying certain things, and that's okay.
Right.
But when you say it, it gets easier and easier to say. And when you say things, it gets easier and easier for the people who are supposed to be around you to be around you, and the people who are not to just back the F up. That's the game that I play.
Right.
All right, Chris, I am passing the baton. Take it away, my brother.
You know what? That was a very educated answer from like a college student type thing.
Oh,
Like,
look, he coming with it. He coming
so
with
I'm gonna go ahead and break it down for y'all. Don't fake nut with me. Let me know what I'm doing wrong so I can fix that joint right then, or the next time. You know what I'm saying? Don't fake nothing, because if you faking something with me, I'm probably gonna go harder just to see, what how many times I can make you do this in one setting. So don't fake it with me. If it ain't, if it's crap, let me know it's crap so I can figure some stuff out.
right. I got you. Yeah, it's I rather definitely be honest and straightforward, and definitely be in a position to where the woman should definitely understand, especially if you're just getting to know that woman. You're getting to know the other person. You get to know they are, how they're feeling, what they like and what they don't like. It's not
Yeah.
like it's going to be automatic, because you may come across a woman who may have a little bit more experience than you, or vice versa. And if you come across a woman who does have more experience, they're going to be like, oh, I'm expecting this, I'm expecting that. But what a woman has to understand is that, first off, try to keep this as clean as possible. Let me see. First off, women have to understand that they are they're special creatures. And when it comes time to that moment, you are anticipating being with them so so much that things happen. And women have to understand, if they could feel what a man feels, you would understand. Like, damn, I'm really that good. Like, wow. And I'm just trying to keep it as clean as possible. Because you have some women that'll sit there and say, I don't want, you know, I don't want a minute man. I don't want this man. You have to understand that very first time is going to be a very intense time. Because it's like we have our soldiers, so to say. There's a lot of soldiers. We can't hold back all the soldiers. Just being honest.
Okay.
Hold back the soldiers. You feel me? It's like being a security guard. Could you imagine this as being a security guard and you have of a club and you have people outside of the club and all of a sudden say, bump that, let's all bum rush the club. That one security guard is not going to hold back all those people.
So for everybody that don't understand, when that thing thinking, we can't do nothing about what happens after that. It's we gonna pop. It's gonna
Exactly. Exactly. So
So
I'm just trying to keep it as clean as possible because I'm just touching on the subject. From what the lady started off with, I'm gonna start off the same way. Is you have to understand that we have to learn your anatomy. We have to learn what tickles your fancy. We have to learn about you, and it's not going to happen It's not going to happen the first time. It's not. It is not. Don't
there's
hold
a
it.
lot that can be learned the first time.
There is.
Well, this is really interesting to me because the most important thing that I've seen, like the difference between an amateur and a professional, is timing. Life's a game of timing every single time. And when you can figure out, like, let's say, like, what is transparency and what is honesty. So I'll give you an example. A woman can crush a man's soul, absolutely crush it, depending on how she expresses that. If she's saying like, oh, wow, you really, really suck. You're the worst I've ever had. And I've had a dozen.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, just like,
wow.
Rip the guy's heart out. And that's where I look at like,
that sounds like a crushing moment.
Yeah.
That does.
And so life is a game of timing on both sides. So transparency is like, okay, well, what level of transparency? And what level of like, where are we looking to do this? Are we living in an abundant space where it's like, hey, let's get better together? Or are we living in a lacking space where I'm like, oh, I'm going to crush your soul and make you feel like absolute dog crap for what you just laid down because you didn't lay it down at all.
Wow.
There's a couple TikToks about that.
Oh my goodness. Yep. Oh man. So let me ask you this. Slowly drifting away from that. Now that we're there, have you guys been in a relationship, whether it's been a relationship on a personal level or a friendship, to where you felt that you were deceived in a sense, to where it hurt you? I mean, how do you feel about being in a situation to where someone has deceived you?
That's a great question.
Keeping it as clean as possible. Chris.
When you say
do your best, sir.
When you say deceived, are you mean like, you thought?
I mean, well,
like I thought you looked like this, but you really look like this.
I mean, it could be in whatever, in any type of relationship, whether it's been like, okay, you told me, or whether you felt like you've been catfished, or whether you've been whether you've been in a relationship, or whether you've been in a friendship or situationship or whatever type of ship, like Queen B said, like she said, any type of ship, as Queen B said, any type of ship, where you've been deceived, led astray, where you've been in that relationship, that friendship, or that situationship, and something happened to where, like, damn, like you really did that. You know what I mean? Have you ever been in a situation like that, and then how did it make you feel? Did you retaliate?
I've been in multiple situations like that. Um,
Are multiple situations? You mean you've been catfish? Like you say, he's got a lot. Yeah, you can tell it. He got a lot to say.
it's just been a lot of different type of things. Shit, I think I invited the wrong people. Uh,
Oh, he don't
Wow,
knock.
he did it
Yeah,
perfectly.
he had to leave. He knocked himself out. He's like, damn it, I'm out. Go ahead.
wait, am I back?
You got so
Yeah,
many
you back.
escape.
I can't do it.
But okay, so there have been a couple of situations. Shit, one, actually, there's been one like recent, but not too recent, but recent. And shit, we,
Should I go to Cliff? Give you a
yeah,
minute.
yeah, 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 yeah. Anchor.
All right, all right. So I'll tell you, I have never been deceived a day in my life.
Wow. Okay.
I'm absolutely lying right now. Like,
I was like, okay.
I was like,
Okay.
wait, what?
yeah, most definitely. So, and I like calling it the worst. Okay, a snake is a snake. A shark is a shark. A lion's a lion. We know those things. But it
Mhm.
gets really, really dangerous when you have a bunny rabbit and they got snake teeth. See,
Mm,
that's when life gets tough. When the bunny's saying, hey, come pet me. I'm just a bunny. I'm just a cute little bunny. And you go to pet, and then they just bite the hell out of you.
damn.
So deception, it's very, very painful. But I will say the cool thing I get is a learning experience every time I have an opportunity. Like I get an opportunity on those who will deceive me versus those who will not deceive me. And I know there's always telltale signs.
Right.
Some are better than others, but yeah, I got taken for a ride for sure.
Wow.
I was in a relationship and I didn't even realize like just how I talk about integrity and doing right by people, I really anchor onto those things. So when a person stands by integrity, when they stand by family, when they stand by community, I'm going to anchor onto that. And I've learned to step back because words are just words. That's all they are. And
Right.
people can say whatever they want to say. But it's about hearing what they say and seeing if the actions also complement what they're saying. Because her actions weren't saying that even a little bit. She said all the right things. She did the song and dance, but stepping back and being like separating the forest from the trees and really seeing like, wait a minute, she's saying this, this, and this, but she's doing this, this, and this. And I
Right.
just took it as a thank you. It was painful in the moment because it's in the moment. That sucks.
Right.
But after I got away from the moment, I'm like, okay, what can I control? What can I control and what can't I control? And I
Right.
learned a lot from that process. So I'm grateful for it.
Nice. All right, Chris.
Mr. Jackson, I have learned so much from you in like the last uh year and a half. Like I just need you to understand that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I appreciate it.
So, and I've learned an incredible amount from Miss Jackson. So the best way to handle this question is like this. Um, I like the whole snake and the rabbit thing.
I
Rabbit
like that too. Yeah, I
riddle.
like that.
Um, a man typically knows what he wants within 6 months of being in a relationship. Typically, not all, but
I can agree with that.
some. We know what we want 6 months in. Um, a person, any person, from my experience, will show who they really are within that 6 months. Some within days, some within hours. But uh, so you'll see who they are. And once you show that you are this nice, pretty bunny rabbit with snake teeth, we usually
Love that.
run away.
Yes.
I am a uh, hmm, some can call me Casper because I will ghost you as soon as I see some crap that I don't like.
Right.
Um, Now Casper is a ghost. He can be friendly or he can be a little evil ghost. And since
That
I'm a
is true.
Capricorn, I am a Capricorn. I am vengeful. So if you lie to me, I'm probably going.
Yeah.
Man, I can hold grudges, and
Mm,
that
okay.
sucks. Cause I hate that.
Right.
And I love it and I hate it at the same time. I forgot what that's called, but I'm pretty sure Queen Bee is gonna type it somewhere, and she's gonna say that's called it. No, she loves to get me. So,
Yeah,
all right.
she'll help
So
you out with that.
yeah, she's gonna get me. So I'm all right. It is what it is by now. So I do. I have been hurt before. I've been bamboozled before. Um, um, it hurts in the beginning. It hurts.
Right.
Eventually you get over it. Eventually you'll say that I'll say that it's not my fault. I'll go through and blame myself and attempt not to blame the other person. When really I'm in my brain I'm still blaming you, but I'm not going to show you that I'm blaming you because I want to be peaceful and I don't want to have to take vengeance on you. So therefore I will lie to myself and well no yeah no I'm not gonna lie to myself. I'm gonna
Mhm.
lie to everybody else and you and tell you that, you know, it's okay. I understand. Even though in the back of my head, I'm like, I'm running. I'm running faster than Forrest. Forrest ain't got nothing on me. Superman can't get away as fast as I can. I'm
Wow.
quick. So it hurts. It does hurt, but you get over it. I learned a lesson. Everything to me is a life lesson. So yeah,
Hey,
I think that's my answer.
I got you. I
If it
got you.
ain't, Queen Bee is gonna let me know, and probably Miss Jackson
I
too.
think you're good. I think you're good. She was.
Oh,
I think she mentioned something about those damn billy goats. Uh, she said, but that's about it. So I guess you know what that is. Um,
yeah.
yeah, to be deceived, to be told something and then find out something later, or for someone to act a certain way and to take advantage of you. I mean, I've had that happen. You know, a long time ago, coming up, growing up. Uh, it's just a really hurtful thing to go through. Just like Cliff said, you pretty much you live and you learn. You learn from it. It's a hurtful thing, and we always say what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And I think with going through with going through that with going through those things helped me to be able to have a strong relationship with my wife today. Going through some of the things that hurt me and some of those people who deceived me, because I was actually the relationship prior to me being with my wife. The young lady, she cheated on me, and it was a very hurtful thing. And I'm like, I was hurt and I was in pain. And I think during that time, after that happened, my that's when my wife at the time, my girl, that's when my wife came in, and it was a healing process, and I upfront and I told her, I said, hey, not too long ago, this happened, and being upfront and being honest with her, it started from that point, you know, and it was a shock, but at the same time, I want to say it was a shock, but then it was a sense of relief that I was actually being honest with her, because most people won't be transparent, or most guys, I would say, wouldn't have been that honest or straightforward and say those things. They would just go through the process and use a woman to as part of their healing process in a negative sense, like go from woman to woman to woman, thinking that they're while they're going through a healing process and not truthfully healing. That's what they think healing is, by sleeping with different women at different times, which is not the case. So once I met her, it became a healing process. She had dealt with some crazy things in her past. I dealt with some crazy things, and we healed together, which was a very beautiful thing for us. So
That's the first
That's
time I've
fucked up.
ever heard somebody say that they can heal together. And I've been saying this for quite a long time. A lot of this catfish stuff, it's
Hmm.
or that where it happens in the online dating, the internet dating, the uh, they build this facade, and I say this a lot that people have built these the pages on the other platform to get away from their normal life. So they go over here and they build this facade. But after a while, this other life that you had, it comes and it joins you. And you got that facade right there with you. So you can't run from it. It's gonna always be you. If you ain't changed in 30 years, you ain't gonna change in 30 days. I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah, I feel you. I definitely feel you on that. Well, my next
I'm
topic.
I'm I'm processing that right now. If you haven't healed in 30 years, you won't heal in 30 days.
No. Change.
If you haven't changed in 30 years, you won't change in 30 days.
Right.
Okay. You know what I always think, and it's gonna sound kind of weird because it's on Yoda. He says either be or not be, either do or don't do. When you're in the moment to make a decision, when you're in the moment to say I have a desire and I'm going to attack this desire, you have instantly changed in that moment. A person can change in 1 minute. 1 minute.
If they
Now,
want the change.
yes, 100%. Now the question is, are they going to be different the next minute, and then the next minute, and the next minute? Because if they've been a certain way for 30 years, they're going to have to process some bullshit. And there's going to be times where they're like, I feel more comfortable being in this shittier position than I feel in this more growing, transformed position. And I think that's what's so powerful about leadership. Like even with what you were saying, Chris, respect to you on saying, man, I want to just have vengeance on people sometimes. And what I always use is like, is it helping you? If it's helping you, use it. If it's not, why? And Donnell, as you talk about like you and your wife being completely open and honest with one another and saying like, hey, we have an opportunity. The problem with transparency for people is, yeah, you're opening up and you're allowing someone to have something on you. And so what people are like, I don't want them to have anything on me. But it's like, that's not abundant. That is a very lacklustered way to live life. You cannot win that game. And as we grow and we lead, it's about reminding people like, hey, are you looking to win the game of life? Or are you looking to just win this really small game over here? That's the name of the game. If you're looking to win the game of life, there's certain philosophies and principles that have to be laid down. And either you're going to learn them, or Chris, just like you were saying, you're not. And it's going to catch up to you because it always does.
Yeah. Yeah. Most definitely, man. Well said. Wow. Well said. Hold on. What does it say? Somebody. Hey. Oh man. Queen B something finally good to see you up there. Yes, it is. It's good to see you up there, Cliff. It definitely is. Oh man.
Appreciate y'all. Thank you.
So listen, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a quick break because I love all of your comments or whatever. So now, since we've actually spoke on being deceived and things like that, that brings us into the next topic of forgiveness. So let me take a quick break, and we'll come back and we'll talk about that. All right. Mm-hmm.
Breakthroughs are about more than you might think. They're about discovering who you are, digging deep, reaching to the core of your soul. They're about healing yourself, understanding your beliefs, creating a ripple effect. And it's not just those initial moments that matter. It's about using them to bring more joy into our own lives and the lives of others. It's about having fun, letting loose, enjoying every moment life has to offer. It's about finding a safe space. It's about creating connection. Join us each and every day for exclusive programming, special events, and a community to call home, where we invite you to explore, change the way you look at and live your life, and go beyond the breakthrough. So we ask you, are you ready? We'll see you online at thebreakthroughshow.com.
Hey, welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you guys for joining us, the King's Court today. So guys, man, that was awesome. And the ladies out there are definitely loving our togetherness here. Yeah, right. Mandy said that they were just talking about this today and agreeing that they love it. They love it.
I've literally been talking about it for about the last two, maybe 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I'm glad we're able to talk about it. So now that we've gone through the process of we've been deceived, how do you guys feel about forgiveness? Are you the kind of guys to say, hey, you know, I can forgive you? Do you have an issue with forgiveness? Are you like, no, I don't forgive that, damn that? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is your take on forgiveness? Because I know it's in some cases, it's for some people. I'm not gonna say all. I like to emphasize saying some. For some people, it's not the easiest thing to do because being hurt, you want to try to forgive. You wouldn't mind forgiving that person, but then it's like, okay, if I forgive you, does that mean you allow that person back into your life? Do you pretty much forgive them and then tell them to get the hell on? Or do you not worry about forgiving them? You just want to hate their guts for the rest of their life or hold a grudge against them and move on? How does forgiveness affect you? Does it affect how you feel? How does it affect how you grow?
Yeah.
Cliff?
Yeah, those are great questions. Forgiveness, I think from my perspective, I'm going to forgive at 100%. I forgive at 100%. Now, forgiveness does not necessarily mean the willingness to keep them in your life either. Forgiveness just means I've taken this thing and I no longer have to hold on to this thing. I can let go of whatever it is that it is, whether it's a deceit, whether it's they're stabbing me in the back, whatever that may be. That's for them to deal with and for them to deal with alone. I'm not going to carry their cross. I'm going to let it go and let it be and figure out what I want next. What's next on my journey? I don't have the energy to hold on to anger and deceit and all of that stuff. It's not a powerful energy to me to hold on to for too long. I will say that much. Because you want to hold it for a second. You don't want to just let it go. You're a human being and you're going to process. But to be able to process, and when you're ready to let it go, let it go.
What about you, Chris?
I just want to know, am I the only person that heard Cliff just say, I forgive you, Now get the hell out my face.
You
I, I'm just I'm asking for a friend. You know,
asking for a
I'm asking
hey, he
I'm
called
asking
you
for a
like this. I
friend
forgive you, but now you got to
because
move on. Get the hell
yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
forgive you. Now get the hell on. So shit, this damn Capricorn in me. All right, so I will forgive you. Hmm, golly, you know what? What dude? Some old dude said I cannot tell a lie. I will forgive you after the fact that I've already got revenge on you.
on.
Sometimes, very rarely. No, I would say sometimes. Let's see. So rarely is the never, then rarely, and then often, and then sometimes, or sometimes and often. All right, so I'm in the sometimes and rarely stage where I will not seek revenge in some malicious type of way. But um, you could get on the positive side of that, and I can forgive you and forget, and we can move on past it. Um, I can also do like Cliff and forgive you and tell you to uh get the hell out my face. Um, or I could wait until after I return the favor of what you did to me, 10 times fold, and then say, "All right, it's all gravy now. We're good. I forgive you."
Mm, wow, I
I,
got you.
you will be exposed if you do some really crazy stuff to me. Uh, sorry, not sorry.
I know.
I what? Listen, in my defense,
Yes, sir.
he's still working on me,
Yep. Hey,
and I know he got his hands full because I give him a run for his money. But I'm changing. I'm getting better. I am. I'm getting better. I
I'll
promise.
say an interesting thing. So I have a network and I'm constantly growing my network, always growing my network. The worst thing a person can do is screw me over because they've not only lost me, they've lost my entire network. I don't have to like, "Oh, I got to get you back." They're going to get themselves back with what they're doing. Because it, like, the way people win is through community. That's the only way you can win this game at a high level, at least. If you're looking to play a high level, if you want to play like a low level with some of the other people, like, I got you. Yeah, but what about all of the like you're wearing your brand on your back all the time. So even the people who have screwed me over, oh yeah, they got patterns and their lives aren't getting better because of those patterns. They're screwing themselves. You don't have to do anything. They're doing it all for you.
wow. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah. Um. But just I mean I don't like. Okay. So being honest, I can forgive. I've gotten a lot better. Cause I I used to be rough. Then I started learning from people. But I will forgive you. It's just you don't think that it's gonna happen an overnight thing. It cannot be. It's not gonna be an overnight thing.
Yeah,
Um,
makes sense.
and that depends on what you do.
Yeah.
You know, it depends on what you do. Other than that, until you kick rocks with sandals on.
And I ultimately say like we just get to experience each other's perspectives. That's the beauty of the game. You know, like Chris, you're not wrong for anything that you're saying. I love it. You know, I love the game that you're playing because it's your game. And I have my game. And then we get to choose, like, okay, what perspective do I need in this moment? Because different perspectives are going to work for different people at different times.
right. Exactly. Now, now as far as me, when it comes to forgiveness, I'm gonna say this first. Um, I love my wife dearly because there are times where I feel as if I look for the positive in everything, and my wife knows this. Now, the reason that I do this because when I do get to a point where I get upset, or if I get upset, she knows like, okay, he's really mad because it does takes a lot for me to get mad. And when I do get to that point, it's like I think y'all need to move out the way. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a Bruce Banner Incredible Hulk type deal because I get angry and I don't like to be to that point. So I can honestly say lately when it comes to I want to say forgiving and still being conversational or being um, still talking with the person, that's where I may see that I have done a lot to where, yeah, I've forgiven you and I put that to the side, but I'm still trying to make things happen as far as whether it be a work or a friendship or something like instead of just pushing you to the side. And the reason I say that I love my wife dearly is because we kind of balance each other out because there comes a times where if I'm being too nice, my wife will let me know. And then with certain things, I'll step to the side. And if I do say, okay, if something does happen, she'll say, babe, don't call, don't don't try to reach out to this person because this person was supposed to do something for you and they didn't do it for you and you're still trying to reach. And it was a situation that happened when I was in Miami that I was trying to do a business transaction and I was still trying. I was like, it's almost like I was making excuses to why this person was not conversing with me about the situation. And then my wife just told me, said, listen, she knows your number. She knows where you work because that's how you met her. If she really wanted to get, if she or if they wanted to really, because it's a husband and wife, if they really wanted to get in contact with you and conduct business, don't you think they would have reached out because they know exactly where you work and they know your number? And I was like, you're right. So I've gotten to a point now, if somebody does do me wrong or deceive me, I'm able to for, okay, you know what? I forgive you, because you did me wrong. You did this, but now I know what to look out for on my next venture when it comes to business and what not to do. But I don't call that person because me, if it wasn't for my wife, I'd still be trying to get in contact with her. Hey, what's going on? Blah, 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 blah. She's that balance. She's that no, babe. This is one that you don't chase after. You forgiven them, move on. So I can honestly say this is the area where I'm becoming stronger in, and I thank my wife for that because if it wasn't for that balance, I think that I'll be forgiving and still be trying to be buddy buddy and stuff like that, and I have to step back. I have to step back because I don't want to just be friends with just somebody who's going to continue to do me wrong. Now, I've had moments where somebody has done me wrong, and I'm like, you get the hell up out my face because what you're not going to do today. There are moments where I've had those moments, and like, no, this is what you're not going to do. You know what I'm saying? Because what you're doing is trying to hurt me. You're affecting, especially if you're hurting me, and it ends up affecting my family. Oh, we got problems. We're going to have problems because if what you're doing is affecting not only me, but is leaking into affecting my family, we got a problem. Because what you're not going to do is hurt anybody in my family. No, sir. So yeah, forgiving somebody is a, yeah, I'm like you. I can forgive. And I can honestly say that I have moments where I want to push somebody off the edge of the road.
Retaliate.
Yeah, I can honestly say
Retaliate.
there are times where I just want to, be the one to trip you, or just accidentally not looking at my phone as I'm driving and bump into you while you're on the side of the road with the car.
Just say
I mean, I
retaliate,
have, you know
please.
what I'm saying? I have my moments. I shock the wife too, but I try to be good. Thank you. I try to be good, and sometimes when I'm like that, my wife is like, "Babe, you know what I'm saying? Babe, like, you okay? No, I ain't all right. That bleep bleep son of a mother." I have to sit back and do my woosah and call Brittany for some some to get my chakras in order. Well, she'll just tell me, not for today, just for today. Donnell, just for today. Yeah.
And sometimes, though, Mr. Jackson,
Yes.
we have to like really look at the situation that we in. Okay, and I say that because to, something happened to me today.
Uh oh.
Today, a friend of mine, I was live, and a friend of mine came in and said, "Hey, I saw this, and I was so confused about it." I said, well, "That sounds like a situation I was in, and I got hot. Please do not hit my truck. I don't feel like getting out." Um, oh, he's so close, y'all. He is so close. Uh, so
She
I
not gonna
was,
look.
yeah, I was so
It's not a
I was
forgiving
in
moment
this,
right now.
yeah, I was in the I was in the conversation. I was like, "Oh, this story sounds so familiar." There was a video made about me. Names weren't called, but there was a video made about me. I initially watched the video and I was hot, hot. I was literally gonna call someone and tell them, "Listen, I need you to edit my video that I'm about to make some video clips, and I want you to edit these videos. I will pay you to edit these videos and make it one video." I was that hot, like I was about to expose a lot of stuff. Um, I did not, because I had to first calm down, reevaluate the situation, rewatch the video, analyze the video, allow it to process again in my brain, because the first time it processed, it didn't process the way I wanted it to. It processed the way of, "You attacking at me. I know you're attacking at me. You literally tried to finesse me. You did finesse me, but now I have to forgive you and let it go, because if I don't, you're not going to run my blood pressure up. I'm not going to allow you to run my blood pressure up. I did allow you to have that energy for maybe an hour and a half, maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours, but nope, not even an hour and a half, because it only took me about 45 minutes to get from one spot to about maybe an hour and a half. 45 minutes to get from one spot to the next, to rewatch the video. I watched the video and I immediately went from 10 to, or actually from prison down to 0. Well,
Mm,
4 ish, 4, 5
4-ish,
ish, 4
4 or 5-ish.
ish, 5 ish. So
Uh,
from prison, because you got from 0 to prison, I went from prison all the way back down to 4 ish. Um, so I, I can be a forgiving person. I can I have the ability to look at it from the other person's point of view and see why you did this, or if I don't understand, ask you the questions of why you did this if I can't see it for myself. Now, I'm
Mhm.
not going to always ask why you did this. I'm not going to always ask myself why you did this. But like I said, he's working on me. So, I'm getting it. But the retaliation thing was definitely going to be coming. Um, so, yeah, I get it. I,
I got you. I'm
you
gonna go to
know,
the comments. Um, Somebody says Chris has really gotten better,
Nurse Riley. That's Nurse Riley.
and then Lady Blue
Thank
came
you,
in
Nurse
and
Riley.
said, I say I forgive this person, but I'm not sure if it's just out of sight of mind, because when I think of this person, I get angry all over. So have I truly forgave this person?
No.
Mm.
Uh,
Yeah.
If
and
you haven't, if you still get mad, you do not truly forgive them.
and Mandy said, I'm definitely not forgetting either.
Hmm.
And Brittany just reiterated, make sure you get those treatments in. Get your chakras aligned. And Queen Bee was just letting Lady Blue that the ladies did talk about the different levels of forgiveness. Queen Bee also said to Lady Blue, it's a work in progress. You have to see growth within yourself. It's not just for the person. It's not just for the person. You have to do it for you, not them, which is
Yeah.
true. It's definitely true. And I think that goes because, like I said, I don't like getting angry. And I think that being angry does affect who you are as a person, and it can affect your health just being angry all the time. And that's why I don't like being angry. And when I do become angry, and if I do lash out or something, I go back and I probably say, I don't want you guys to see me like that because that's just how I do in my household. I just don't want them to see me in an angry sense. Not to say that I'm, positive all the time, which I don't, I'm not, I'll be lying to say I'm positive all the time. I really would be, you know what I'm saying? But there are times where I do get, upset. And, am I more at peace than I was when I left Miami? Oh, yes, most definitely. But let's just say that David Banner's keeping Hulk at bay. That's how I'm gonna put it. David Banner is definitely keeping Hulk at bay. So I try to forgive not just for the other, but for myself, for spiritually and just for health reasons, just in general. Because I just believe that being angry all the time or just being angry definitely can affect you. You know.
It's funny you say Hulk and David Banner because I've always considered myself like Thor. Uh,
You know, I
Bring the lightning.
Say, bring the lightning.
Just go from zero to bring the lightning.
Bring the lightning.
Bring the lightning.
Oh man.
Donnell, I'll tell you, like I always love your energy and what you stand for.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And I say, in life, sometimes we need David Banner, and sometimes we need the Hulk.
Yeah.
That's the game that I look at too, and say like, hey, it depends. Like me, I'm a kind-hearted individual, but if I've signed a contract to fight another person, I have fought in the UFC. So depending on the context of the situation is the person that's going to show up. That's the person who's going to show up.
Right.
And if someone's stepping on my toes, right, and they're stepping on my toes and they're not getting back, like, yeah, I'll forgive a person. But Chris, just as I said, like, hey, we're parting ways. If you keep coming in, you're going to see the Hulk. And I'm going to let them know. That's the name of the game. And saying like, hey, we express our light sides and our dark sides, and knowing how to effectively use both of those sides. Just as you said, you will not mess with my family. You have your standard there. And I let people know my standards very well in advance. I don't have time to be BSing and like, oh yeah, it's kind of sort of okay. Like, no, this is this, this is this, this is this, this is this. If you step on this, and not in a jerky way, but just to let them know, like, you don't want to step there. And most likely, the funny thing is, whether they're narcissists, whether they're jackasses, whatever they are, they don't. Because they're only going to mess with people that will allow them to mess with them.
Right. Right. My wife says, this is the wife here. So I might forgive you. However,
Comma.
however, I love it when
Comma.
she's talking to me. She say, blah, 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 blah. However, it's the pause for me. And then she says what she has to say that I can see her now. However, it's the
Comma.
pause. Okay.
It's the comma. Like,
Okay.
I've been wondering, like, why do they say comma afterwards? Like,
As we're talking about balance, look, I'll tell you.
That's
you and your wife.
Yes.
Me and my wife.
Yes.
Pretty similar. Like I'm just saying. Like, she's like, is she? Oh yeah. Ooh, here it comes. Like,
however, comma.
You got the right teammates.
And yes, she is a fan. She is a fan. Yes, UFC fighting. She is. Yes. Yes. Boundaries. What she said? Boundaries set up front. Facts. Yes.
However,
Man,
comma.
I'm gonna tell you something. I love my wife. However, you know what I'm saying? It's that pause. That comma. That's that pause. It's just, it's everything here. You feel me?
And I'll be literally looking at people like, did why you keep saying the comma? Like, and I hear a lot of people say, it, however, comma. Well,
That's
why
that
would you?
pause. The thing is, if somebody says it up front to you, then you'll understand it. If you like, however, it's the pause. That's the comma. That's the don't get me wrong. You see what I'm saying?
But I've never like I don't understand. Like, however, comma. Why'd you say the comma? I know that it's supposed to be a comma in a sentence.
That's that pause. That's the pause. Oh man, that's yes, and yes, man. Then she loves you too. My good friend Deja is in the building. What's up, Deja? Thank you for
Hello,
coming.
Deja.
Hey.
Oh man, guys, it's been great just
That was a
having
pretty
these
dog.
conversations, talking or whatever, so that we can prepare ourselves and prepare the people. The Queens Roundtable. The Queens want the men and the women to be on the same stage. So I am planning that. So I will be definitely getting with the Kings as well as the Queens to come up with the date for that to happen, because the Queens are ready to be on screen with the Kings, and I think that it definitely will be very good to have both sides come together, and we talk to the people and just give our perspective on different subjects. As far as what the topic is or whatever, it's pretty much, I think when we get up there, it's going to be anything goes. So I think we just need to get ready for these ladies because they ready. I'm listening. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So that means that Queen B will be in the room
Yeah,
with
Queen B's gonna
us
be with us. Yes.
at the
Yeah.
same time.
Same time.
Shit.
Queen B. Yeah. All the queen. Yeah. The queens. Yeah. The queens gonna be on stage with the kings. Yes, sir. Yes,
Oh
sir.
man.
Yes, sir. So, yep.
All right. Well, I
Hey,
guess I'll
Queen
have to
B
get
say.
ready
Queen B
for it.
say. Look. She say you already know.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Maddie say yes, sir.
All right. I'll be all. I can figure this out. I can.
Hey, Brittany too.
Oh, Brittany too.
You already know the wife gonna be on. Your wife is gonna be there.
I
Brittany.
think that's my savior.
Who?
I think
My,
your wife is gonna be my savior.
listen, sir. I don't know if there's gonna be any sides because we might.
Oh
The
man.
way I project it is that she's in a separate room, and I think and see confirmed Deja as well. So it's going to be good.
Yeah, but you know, Queen B ain't gonna really. She don't
Oh,
take it lightly on me.
just be ready. You better
Don't
lift
worry,
your
that's
wings.
gonna bring the best out of you.
That's
It's
gonna
gonna
bring.
be amazing. I'm excited to see it.
She said she loves some Chris. Say Cliff is a sticker for me too. He can cuss. Yes. Listen, when we get this date set, listen, PTO, take the time off. Listen, I'm gonna make sure I'm off that day. Whenever we decide to do this, I'm gonna make sure I'm off that day so I can be ready. I think to make it authentic, me and the wife are gonna be still in separate rooms. So I don't know. It's going to be. I know it's going to be in August because I do want us to come back next week and touch on another. Because right now we're catching up with the subjects that the women have talked about. So we may be back next week and talk about. I think it was. I'll get with the ladies because the subject of the subject matter, or if not, then cussing is our cuss. There go the wife. Cussing is our specialty. Yes.
So
We're
why
gonna
does she
get it
always get
great.
on me? Why does Queen B always get on me then?
Listen, I
I
don't
don't
know.
think this is a
That's
fair.
between you and Queen B.
I be trying though.
Yeah, that's between you and
So
Queen.
last week was vulnerability,
Last
and
time we
this
talked about
week,
vulnerability and commitment. This week we talked about deceit and forgiveness because these ladies touched on this. We also touched. They also touched on deceit and I think deceit in a business relationship as
Business.
well. Correct. They touched on that as well. So maybe next week we do get together, we can just recap on some of the stuff that we have talked about to prepare ourselves for the ladies coming up, and I'll make sure next week I'm gonna get with everybody, such as yourselves, and we can come across a date in August, so that way we can prepare, and I can make sure that they're because I got to have the intro set for all of us, everything. I got to get it ready.
Well, you can always keep ours same one because ours is fire.
I was just tight, yeah. I was
Right,
good.
yeah. I
like
mean,
that. Yeah,
theirs might need a little help, but ours is fire.
yeah. Well, it was fire
You
though.
know,
I
I
think,
look really good. You made me look really good. I don't know where you got them pictures. You
yeah.
made me look
You sent
really
me the
good.
picture, so I think you sent me. I just did what I had to
Yeah,
do.
but
Cliff
you
sent me the
touched that
picture
picture up
too.
or something. That's got
Yeah.
to be some
Yeah,
Photoshop or
you did a
something. I don't
great
know.
job.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
much appreciated.
well, thank you. I thank you. I
But
think
this week, I wanted to tell you too. This week's topics, I think, puts us in last week's topics.
yes,
If that makes sense, like
yeah.
being able to be, forgiving and
The
and being
commitment,
deceived. It
yep.
puts us in a vulnerable state.
Right.
So
It kind of blends itself together. I know.
yeah,
I get it.
yeah.
You see, you starting. Oh wait, here go man to see you starting now. Oh,
I'll be good.
oh man. Oh man. So
I'll be
yeah,
good.
my man has some stuff to do. But when I tell you this king right here, I love him because no matter what, he said, God damn it, I'm gonna be here. My boy Scott. What's
What's
going
up,
on?
man?
Hey,
God,
Scott, how you doing?
Gentlemen, kings, kings.
That's it.
If it pleases the court, I would love to start off with an apology. I know I made a commitment to the show, and I'm honored that I was asked to be in the show. And I can't say that I'm sorry enough. So thank you very much for accepting
Hey,
me late.
no problem. And
Good to
Queen
have
B
you
is
in.
giving you the stamp of approval. Better late than never, Scott.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
What are we talking about, gentlemen?
Finally, all the kings. I almost want to put our intro up again, but I ain't gonna do that.
yeah, do it. Let's do it.
I might be
No,
I
because
might
they're
be
gonna get
stepping on some toes just by putting the intro up again because we look so damn good. I'm just saying. I mean,
I know. I forgot my sleeves again. I'm sorry. It was too hot out today. Too hot. I spent all day on a fishing boat and then get home and then I'm told I got to go pick up my daughter from care and it's been a crazy day.
So pretty much we just actually just finished talking about deceit and then forgiveness. Basically, if have you ever had an instant where you've been deceived, and was it an issue with you forgiving person or said person? Was it easy or hard for you to forgive? So if you want to, since you're just getting here, you can pretty much give us a quick rundown on if you've been deceived.
I was, and unfortunately, I think it was something that set me off on a really, really bad path in life. So I could trace it all the way back to my military days.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just say it was in the 90s at some point, because I'm not divulging my age. Why do the women don't have to? Why do I have to, right? So, anyways, so yeah, I fell for this girl, and just it was a really hot and heavy relationship. I will tell you, those Southern women happen to like the Yankee boys. They love the accent up, down south. So they grab right onto that. Chris, you know what I'm talking about, I'm sure. No comment, right? Okay, all right. So, anyways, I had this good thing going with this pretty little thing, this pretty little redhead, and I turned out that while I was away, like training for like a week at a time, that she was sleeping around.
So she was in her own form of training, but go ahead.
Correct. And I think that was probably the first time that it was definitely the hardest one for me where I had ever been deceived by the opposite sex. And something changed inside me after that, where I felt that I almost wanted to do that to other people, not to just be mean, but I wanted to do it to somebody else before they would do it to me, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because it was so hard, because I was in love at a young age. So I said, if I was fooled this bad, then you know what? I'm never going to let somebody do that to me. I'm going to do it to the next one. And that led to a streak when I was younger of doing it to other people. Not right, but I'm open and honest with everything with you guys and with the audience. As far as forgiveness, I think once I realized that I was a jerk for things I had done, and it was young and it was stupid, and I don't know if I forgave. Yeah, I did. I forgave her. It was just, I had to move on in life and say, you know what, this person was not the person for me. But me doing it in turn to other people was not the right way to do it either.
Right.
So I did end up forgiving that person. And I moved on with life. I don't know what it was that led me to actually forgive, but I just got to a point and I said, I just don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to hurt other people, and I didn't want to hurt inside. The person wasn't worth it to me. So,
gotcha. So it was at the beginning. It was you would say it was somewhat hard, but then it was somewhat hard to forgive, but then you did it not for them but for you.
Right. And like I said, what's hurtful, I think, when I look back on it, I had some really nice people in my life, some good, solid relationships that I probably could have settled down with, and I burned them because I just didn't want to be burned first. So I lost a lot. It gave me a lot of trust issues, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
And then in turn, what did I do? I passed them forward to other people. So,
right.
It's the vicious cycle we live in.
Right. Well, I'm glad you was able to come in and share that with us, man.
Yes, sir.
We were just talking about right before you came in. We're going to be on stage again. We're going to be on stage. We're going to be with the Queens. The Queens are going to be on stage along with us. So it's going to be a King and Queens, event. So it's going to be a really, really, really nice time that we're going to have. I'm going to set up the time. I'm going to, of course, converse with you guys. Growth, progress. Okay, the wife says growth, progress, not perfection.
Yeah.
And Mandy says, but we choose healing. Yes.
Yeah.
That matters more. Right.
It does. It does. It's so important because I don't think anybody wants to hurt.
No, nobody. You don't.
Hurt people.
Exactly. But so we're definitely going to work this thing out. I definitely will be conversing with you guys, and I appreciate everybody. I appreciate everybody for coming. I appreciate you, Kings, for taking time out your busy day to come hang out with me. You know what I'm saying? And hang out with these beautiful people in the audience. The Kings have finally made it together.
Yeah.
And, definitely. Chris said, hold on. Chris said that he that like he in trouble before the time comes.
That's Riley. Last time me and Queen B was on here together, I was in so much, I didn't even know what to do. I didn't know what to say.
You didn't know what to say?
No.
Oh man. But I'm going to just take another break, but I'm gonna thank you guys. I'm gonna put you guys backstage, but I'm gonna thank you guys. I'm gonna close out the show. I might bring up the wife so we can close out the show. I'm pretty sure my wife is gonna tell me how we did. That's why I want to bring her up. So guys, once again, I thank you guys for coming. Scott, thank you for coming. I appreciate you. The Kings have made it together, and we will definitely
the next goal is to get us all four on time for a complete show. And I know we can do it. So ladies, don't lose faith in us yet.
Yes.
We're getting it together. It's a process with us.
Yes, the thing is, just like Queen B said, better late than never.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, better late than never. So the wife is thanking everybody. And once again, I thank you guys for coming through. I'm going to get ready to close out the show. Thank you once again. I know you guys are busy. If you have to go, if you can't stay backstage, I appreciate you. If you have to go, if you can stay around, chit chat a little bit more, plan out some things. But if not, until next time, guys, I appreciate you. Everybody be safe and everything. And thank you guys for coming. So I'm going to take this quick break.
Appreciate you having me, man.
Of course, man.
Scott, good to see you again.
Yes.
Cliff, nice to meet you.
Yes. All right, guys. Thank you.
Thanks.
Hey there, in the mood for some style? Well, make your way over to queenbeehustle.com. Miss Hustle don't play no games now. She gave y'all options, keychains to multi-purpose trays to t-shirts. Select products can even be customized, all of which are made by this beautiful lady here, Miss Queen B. Head on over to queenbeehustle.com where hustle and creativity uniquely meet. Hey, hands looking a little plain there. That's okay though, I got you. Just head over to Nail Beauty by Brittany. Wait, don't tell me you don't know who she is. That's okay, that's fine. It's a good thing a ... here. I'm here to tell you. Nail Beauty by Brittany is an upcoming establishment that makes everyone's hands look pretty to boost your confidence throughout your daily basis. You get all these custom nails at a very affordable price. With proper care, these nails can last up to 3 weeks. If you head over to Brittany's social media, you'll see all of the custom nails that she has made thus far at a very affordable price. This company was made by this beautiful young woman here, Miss Brittany. Now y'all go over ahead and get your nails pretty, y'all. I'm showing enough in.
So hey, babe.
Hey.
So what you think?
It was amazing. Absolutely amazing. The transparency, the honesty, the humor. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely necessary. It's always wonderful to hear a man's perspective.
I'm glad.
Phenomenal job, Kings.
Yes. Let me see. We got our daughter creates a commercial. Okay, you advertise. You in the background advertising. I see you, babe. I see you. Yeah. So what we need to do is just get together and figure out exactly when we're gonna get the queens up. Can you go ahead and before we do that, can you go ahead and give out the all the Facebook pages and things like that? Can you go ahead and do that for the folks there, babe? Where they can go for if they have anything?
Yes, we are Divine DNA Jackson on Facebook and IG. We also have the Power of Daddy on Facebook, which highlights the kings, the daddies of the world, families and beautiful babies, everything life, love, and joy. And if you have relationship topics, questions that you want to ask, you can hit us up at support@divinedna.life. Email us. That is our email address. And you can remain anonymous if you like. We can just discuss the topic or the question that you have. It's up to you. But if you do have relationship topics or questions, hit us up. Support@divinedna.life.
Most definitely. Well, babe, go ahead and close out the show. It's been a pleasure with the guys. I appreciate the guys. I appreciate everybody who's come to watch us. Tune in soon. Tune in next week for another great show. And we will definitely keep you posted on when the kings and the queens will take advantage on the same screen. I think it's going to be epic. It's going to be freaking epic. I can't wait.
I can't wait for the next King's Court. That's coming up before the Kings and the Queens get together. So we're going to do one more round with the Kings before the Kings and the Queens converge.
Yes, we do. We do. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and close out. So I'll see you on the other side, babe. Love you guys. Thank you guys for coming.
You guys, thank you for being here.